Good morning, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Bleeding Crypto's Market Update. Today is Thursday, May 4th, and I'm going to do a follow-up update on PEPE since we did get our target was hit. So I posted it a little while ago when I woke up on Twitter. So I just want to go over the TA. So the TA worked out. We got the harmonic pattern target. We got it hit pretty well. Give me 1 second. Let me move this out of my way. Yeah, we pretty much right in that area there. So let's do this here. Now what happens? Do we come down? Do we continue to go up? Well, as you can see, it is following the TA pretty well. We had a little bit of a deviation outside of our flag a triangle here, our flag. However, we did manage to reach our target. So we're going to do this. I'm going to go ahead and remove all of this here. Since we did hit our target, this way we don't crowd our charts with so many lines. And let's continue with the TA. So we have the lines here. You can see a well area established of support and resistance with these green lines here. So we have prior resistance, new support, prior resistance, new support, prior resistance, new support, so forth and so on. And now we had this move. So what do we expect? Keep in mind that more and more of these exchanges that offer derivatives are listing this. So as they continue to do so, it will continue to put a lot of pressure, a lot of downward pressure on the coin. However, we can still TA it until it gets invalidated. So for the time being, we're going to be looking at one of two things. Let me put my continuation rule on first. We're going to be looking for us to basically hit one of two fib areas, 382 or 0.50. We can come in here, one of these two here, and bounce from here. That will then get us over to our next target. However, since we did have such a strong push and we continue to push and we just completed this harmonic pattern, usually after a move like that, it'll tend to calm down a little bit more. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and we're going to leave these two on here. And when one of these two get invalidated, then we can go ahead and move on to the next one. And then you'll have an idea of what the next area of interest would be here. So like I mentioned, these two fibs would be the areas that I'd be looking for a continuation. But my experience after a harmonic pattern, it doesn't typically do another harmonic pattern without some sort of consolidation. So the most likely area for me, and I could be wrong, the FOMO can come in and we can bounce off one of these two, would be to enter into this box here. So we enter into this box here, 618, 706, 786, and we basically either we consolidate or we do some sort of double bottom structure, some sort of bullish structure, and obviously if we break through here, then we get invalidated and we start thinking about lower targets. And this could have just been a sweep of the liquidity in here. We can typically a sweep isn't done with the candle though, so that's unlikely. A sweep is usually a wick that comes up really fast and then comes back down. That's a sweep of the stops here of this liquidity. However, this price action and the way it's moving, I would lean more towards this fib first. This fib first, then this fib. But this fib still can continue. The problem with this, hitting these two, great for the bulls, great for all the the people who want a continuation, but this doesn't lend itself for another full harmonic pattern. So you can't expect to put a harmonic pattern here and continue that way because the elasticity of that rubber band is getting pretty much maxed out. You need to cool it down. You need to recharge that rubber band. You need to bring back that elasticity back into the rubber band to be able to pull it to get a really nice thrust to the upside. So as much as you are a bull, trust me, you want it to go further down and retrace further down, consolidate, catch its breath, and then start moving forward. And this will give you a higher probability of going higher. Bouncing off of these two will give you a very shallow move to the upside. Let's do this. I hate crowding the chart, but I really would like to show you guys what happens when you have a shallow bounce. So I'm going to crowd the chart a little bit. So hopefully you've been following along. So we're going to put a third fib. And this third fib is going to be to measure using a fib for a continuation to the upside. If we hit the 0.32, I'm going to use my extension. All right, here we go. So if we do hit 382 and 0.50, I'm going to put these labels on the other side so we don't crowd the labels on this side. So let me go ahead and put them here. All right, there we go. So at least, so this way you have, it's a little bit more clear. If we come into 0.50382, what I would be expecting would probably be somewhere in the 1.13, 1.272. That would be the extent, I think, of that move, which isn't a bad move, to be honest with you, but 113 may be it, If we were able to pull back in here, then I'd be looking for a 1.618 extension. So you see the difference? I'd be looking for a much larger extension. So this one here, I really wouldn't be surprised if we hit here and all we do is go right up into here. So let's do this. I'm gonna put 2 arrows here because this is our, we're trying to figure out which one of these two it's gonna hit, and if it bounces here, this may be all we get is right in there. Okay, so I'm gonna leave this for now. Again, if you guys are listening, it's gonna be either we hit here and here, between either one of these. Best scenario, we come in here. And if we come in here, then we have a much better momentum moving forward. And we're looking at 445, 618. So actually, let's do that. This will be a update video that probably won't from here. If we go here, I'd be expecting this move here. Something like this. So hopefully this makes sense if you guys have been following along. And I'll continue guys to update as further developments happen. And let's just hope that the listing on these exchanges doesn't cause it to now finally start coming down. Because remember, guys, these guys are going to want to short it all the way down. So a lot of that sell, if not enough buy pressure comes in to pay those contracts, it's going to really push that price action down. All right, guys, have a good day.